This session is about the CSAT exam. So CSAT. So do you know anything about the CSAT? CSAT is so in UPSC, so civils exam. So this is paper 2. So generally you have the GS paper 1 and GS paper 2. So paper 2 is also popularly called as CSAT. CSAT means that Civil Services Aptitude Test. Okay. So then the subjects what we have in the CSAT is quantitative aptitude. So which means that so arithmetic, you can also call it as arithmetic, quantitative aptitude or arithmetic, reasoning, yes, English comprehension. So first of all, let me give you a brief introduction about the paper pattern, and then we'll discuss about the CSAT paper, right? So this CSAT paper, so this is actually having that 80 questions. You have that 80 questions. Those who are not aware of the number of questions and what is the paper pattern, and first we'll discuss about this paper pattern. So what are the different paper, different subjects we have, and what is the weightage of the different topics, and that we will discuss it now. So the total number of questions in this CSAT paper is 80 questions. You have that 80 questions, and the time limit is 2 hours, which means that 120 minutes. So you have 120 minutes for 80 questions, and there is for each correct answer you will have that 2.5 marks. And there is also a negative marking. So the negative marking is, there is a negative marking. So if you attempt a wrong answer, then you will lose that 0.833 marks. Okay. So by the way, most of you might know that this is only qualifying paper. Okay. So these marks are not included in the final merit list. So this is only a qualifying paper. But just because this is a qualifying paper means that you need to secure that minimum marks. The minimum marks is 33%. Marks wise, if you consider that 66 marks, you need to get that 66 marks. Okay. So just because it is qualifying paper in nature, so generally most of the students don't pay enough attention to this paper. That is the biggest mistake anybody can do while doing this preparation, UPSC preparation. So maybe probably you could ask that your previous your earlier your students. I mean that so if you have that any seniors who are attempted this civils paper, you could ask them that the importance of CSAT, they will tell you. So just because it is qualifying paper, as I said that, so most of the students do not pay enough attention. So most of the students thought that so it requires that 2 months of preparation, or the last 1 month itself is enough. Or some students thought that, especially math students thought that so just 1 day is enough for the CSAT paper. But the reality is completely different. So just if you, so already I mentioned this point that, so many students already who attempted this paper, 2023 paper, you could ask them that, they will tell you the real story. In paper 1, so many students are exceptionally good. So even though the students who are making exceptionally good in paper 1, so I would say that almost all 110 plus students are also there. So who score that 110 plus in the paper 1 do not qualify in paper 2. So if you don't qualify in paper 2, they won't consider this paper. So all your, so the entire year, or how many years I don't know, so you guys are preparing for the UPSC, all goes into vain if you don't qualify in this paper. Okay. So I'm just talking about 2023 paper now. So just it happened in the exam was happened in May 28th. Okay. So 2023 paper, so many students, so even though GS paper was tough, many students cleared that paper also. So like some of the students got that 110 plus marks and 100 plus marks, but even they don't qualify in paper 2, GS paper 2, that is CSAT paper. And they are just claiming that this paper is the toughest paper. We have never seen that. Most of the questions are like CAT like exam standard or IIT JEE question standard. So no longer this CSAT preparation is just like 1 or 2 months preparation is enough. So this paper requires again year-long preparation. So you have to spend that at least 1 hour, or 1 hour is enough. If you ask me that, if you start your preparation for CSAT from today, so 1 hour per day is enough, but you have to pay attention to this paper. That is the reality. So this is not the complaint which the students are making in 2023. The same thing happened in 2022. Even after 22 exam, many students thought that CSAT exam was very tough. In 2021, so again the students are saying the same thing, because the standard of questions are the standard of questions for the CSAT paper is increasing every year. So you don't count on only one subject here. So here we have the quantitative aptitude, reasoning and comprehension. So if you are not good at mathematics, so maybe you thought that so we will just able to crack this, able to qualify by taking the other subjects like reasoning and English. But UPSC is unpredictable. So we cannot say that so from which subject we will get that easy questions and from which subject we will get that difficult questions. This is true that 2023 CSAT paper is tougher than the previous year paper, but this is happening for every year also. So from 2018 onwards, so 2018 is tougher than the previous papers, 2019 is tougher than the previous paper. So it is gradually so the paper standards are gradually making difficult for you. So UPSC wants to eliminate this. So many students are already complaining the qualifying paper has to be reduced from 33% to 22%. But anyway, it is not going to happen. 33% itself is enough. So you don't need to make it simple for it. So it is only qualifying paper means that you need to get that 66 marks. Yes, there are some tough questions which are almost the level is the standard of questions are equal to like you can say that CAT exam. A CAT is probably considered as one of the toughest exams in India as far as quantitative aptitude or reasoning is concerned. And also you can say that some of the students are also claiming that some of the questions are directly extracted from IIT JEE. Okay. But the thing is, if you just read if you just see this paper, so most of the questions are repeated. Repeated means that not exact by numbers, but the models are repeated. Almost all I would say that 25 to 30 questions are repeated. What is lacking in students is they are not practicing this. So they are not taking this subject seriously. And you are saying that this paper is tough, but I would not say that, because if you practice this paper, 30 questions were from the previous year papers only. I would confidently say that 30 questions were. If you see from the 2011-12 to 2022, so most of the questions are repeated. Only 15 to 16 questions are not doable. So which means that maybe you cannot do it at that time on the exam day. So rest of the problems we can do it. And also this year comprehension is easier than the previous year papers. Again, we cannot say that can we expect the same thing next year? No. What I would suggest you that, so you cannot take this subject lightly. And most of the students, as I already mentioned, that most of the students, even 125, 130s, those who got that 125, 130 in the first paper are failing in this paper too. Okay, this is what happened in this year, even the previous year and the previous years also. From 2019 onwards, every year the standard of questions are increasing. So almost also, even in this 80 questions, so this is the trend that 25 to 27 questions are from the comprehension section. This year 2023, you have that 27 comprehension section. That means that English comprehension. And rest of the 53 questions are from the quant and reasoning. And again, the reasoning weightage is every year decreasing. More importance is given to quantitative aptitude. Aptitude means that maths related. So in this maths part, so already before 23 exam, so when I started for this CSAT 23 for 23, so I started in 22. When I started teaching for this one, like last year, so I would confidently say that most of the questions will come from the number system and permutations and combination. And you could see my previous video, not this one. So before this 2023 exam, when I started this one, so CSAT, because from the last 2019 onwards, you can see the same questions. You can see the same, the number system, applications of number system, permutations and combination will have that 50% of quant questions. The same thing we had it in the 23 also. But the level of questions are tougher. So you need to practice them. Okay, it's not like that without practice you can do it. So definitely you will practice it, because we cannot count on one subject here. So quantitative. And one more thing, so I would repeat it. So the same thing I did tell in the previous classes also. It's not like writing a normal like essay exam, or if you write for bank exam, SSC exam. It is not like that. First you understand that. So when I start teaching for the CSAT, everyone asks for the simple shortcuts. Shortcuts will not work for this one. So every exam has different flavor. So just because quantitative aptitude is there in this CSAT, that does not mean that if you prepare for the essay very well or SSC very well, we can easily do this one. It's not like that. So here the type of questions are different from the essay or or other exams. So you don't look for the shortcuts here. So rather than that, you have to focus on the concepts. And if you just see these previous year papers, you will understand one thing, that most of the questions are repeating in the similar pattern. Almost all this year also we had the 30 questions, minimum 30 questions are repeated from the previous year papers. So that is the first thing you need to remember. So just remember one point. So you want to become like IAS or IPS officers. Of course, you will exceptionally, even though if you are exceptionally good at paper 1, you need to qualify this paper. Then only you can able to write that mains paper. Otherwise, you can't write the mains paper. Okay, your journey stops there only. CSAT, so this is elimination. So prelims is all about the eliminating the people, eliminating the students. So CSAT is also included there. So CSAT is also trying to eliminate the students. Okay, that's why my suggestion is that, so focus on CSAT from the very first day. Okay, so I'll tell you that how do you need to prepare that. So there is a strategy for that one. So all you need to do is just give enough attention to this paper. If you don't give the proper attention to this paper, rest is history. So you just ask 2023 students, those who wrote the 2023 question, 23 civils UPSC prelims paper, you could ask them. So they will probably tell you in a right way. Okay. So let's see some questions from 2023. So definitely you require the clear concept regarding this. So this is the question we have this. So now we are doing the problems of CSAT 23 this year paper. So let x be a positive integer such that 7x plus 96 is divisible by x. How many values of x are possible for this one? Write it please, because it is only 2023 paper. Let x be a positive integer such that 7x plus 96 is divisible by x. Then how many values of x are possible? Definitely you need the conceptual clarity to do this kind of problems. So in the complete 52 problems, 30 problems, 25 to 30 problems are from only two topics, that is number system and its application and permutations and combination. Most of the questions are up to the standards of CAT and IIT JEE. How many values of x are possible? See, let x be a positive integer. So x is a positive integer. There is a number which is in the form of 7x plus 96, and it is when we are dividing with x, how many x values are there possible for x? How many values of x is possible? Okay. So this problem we can do it like this, 7x plus x, we can write it in this way. X get cancelled, so we don't need to bother about this one. So here the question is, you need to simplify this question is 96 is divisible by how many numbers? So when you take this number, the question is 7x plus 96 must be divisible by x. Okay. Then how many possible values are there for x? Then I'll separate it. 7x plus 96 means that 7x by x plus 96 by x. So all this concept you need to know that. Without knowing the concept, we cannot do the problem. So 96 by x. Here x get cancelled means that x value can be anything for the first term. If you take the second term, now the question is, a final understanding of this question is 96 must be divisible by x. 96 divisible by which numbers then? 96 divisible by which number? So how many values of x are there which divides 96 perfectly? Okay. So one thing is you write that you can take that it is divisible by 96 is divisible by which numbers? At least tell me some numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise. Okay, by the way, 96 is a simple number, so of course you can do it, at least you can write some numbers. But if suppose if it is 960, if the problem is asked 7x plus 960, then how do you do that? So you can't write all the factors of 96 or 960. So there you need to know the concept of factors. How many factors? Factors are nothing but the number is divisible by how many numbers. 96 is divisible by how many numbers. This is what we call it factors. And for that, so we have the techniques to find out. So to find out any number, so this is 96, 96 must be divisible by x. So without writing all these numbers, how we can do this is first you write this number 96 as a prime numbers product. For any number, to find out number of factors, okay, a number is divisible by how many numbers, that is what we call factors. To find out any number, for any number, to find out the number of factors, first of all write this number as a product of prime numbers. 96 must be written as a product of prime numbers. How do you write 96 prime numbers? So you can write it as 3 3s, 3 2s, 2 16s, and 2 8s, 2 4s, 2 2s, right? All these are prime numbers, right? And we simply divide the given number with different prime numbers. Finally, how do we write that? So this can be written as 2 power 5 into 3 power 1. First of all, write the given number as a product of factors, as a product of prime numbers. 96 can be written as a product of prime numbers as 2 power 5 into 3 power 1. After writing it as a product of prime numbers, then the total number of factors is nothing but, add plus 1 to the each power. Add plus 1 to the each power. 5 plus 1 is what? 6. Here 1 plus 1 is what? 2. 6 into 2 is what? 12. So the number of factors are 12, which means that 96 is divisible by 12 numbers. If you write the numbers as you already said that 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise 6. If you write these numbers, we'll get that 96 numbers. Okay. So any number is given to us. To find out that a particular number is divisible by different number, how many such numbers are there? Let's say that 40, for example. How many factors are there for number 40? What is the first thing we do? So write the number as a product of prime numbers. How do we write it? Just divide with this number, any prime number. You can divide the number with any prime number. So 2 20s, next this is what? 2 10s, 2 5s. So this could be written as what? 2 cube into 5 power 1. The first thing is, all we have to do is write the given number as a product of prime numbers, which is nothing but what? 2 power 3 into 5 power 1. And later add plus 1 to each power. So what is the power? 3. 3 plus 1 into 1 plus 1. So 3 plus 1 is equal to 4, 1 plus 1 is 2, 4 into 2 means that 8, which means that 42 is divisible by 8 different numbers. Okay, and which means that this question is related to the factors. So when we are discussing the concept of number system, so we'll deal with this factors, and because this is a very important concept, so when we are discussing about the factors, we'll see this one. So which means that you need to understand the concept of factors, number system. Every concept in the number system is important. The two major areas every year the CSAT is focusing on is, one is number system concept, another one is permutations and combination. Okay, the more you go into the depth of these two topics, the more you will get the question, the more you can solve the questions. These two are almost all 2019, from 2019 onwards you can see these question papers from 2019. You can see that the two topics weightage is around the 20 questions. 20 questions means that almost all these two topics itself covers that 50 marks. You can understand the importance of these two. But these two topics level of questions are something tricky. So only if you understand the clear concept of these two, then you will do it. Okay, only thing is you need to understand the concept, you need to practice the problem. So it requires the time. So you need to pay attention to this problem, this particular CSAT paper. Okay, so what is the answer? Anyways, for this we will get 12. So the answer is 12. Clear? So this is a concept of factors. When we discuss about the factors, you will understand it clearly. Let's see the next one. This is another interesting one. A number n is formed. The next question. You can write this part, question. The number n is formed. The number n is formed by writing 9 for 99 times. 99 times. What is the remainder? What is the remainder if n is divided by 13? If n is divided by 13. This is another number system questions and the concept of remainder. You see, every year from the concept of remainder, you will get that minimum 2 questions. Minimum 2 questions. From 2019 onwards, every year you can see that minimum 2 questions from the concept of remainder, which comes under the number system. Every year. Okay. So minimum 2 questions. So this year also you have that 3-4 questions. So the concept of remainder, that we'll see that. See, a number n is formed by writing. So there is a number. What is that number n? It is formed by writing 9 for 99 times. So what is that number? 9 is 9999. So likewise, how many times we are writing? 99 times. There is a big number. This big number is in the form of what? So the complete number is having only 9. That 9 is repeated for how many times? 99 times. Okay. Now, what is the remainder if n? N means that this is the number. N is this is number. When it is divided by 13, what is the remainder we'll get? So what is that number? 9999. Likewise, we write it for 99 times. If this complete number is divisible by 13, what is the remainder we'll get? So obviously, it does not mean that we have to divide this complete number with 13. Okay, so even the examiner knows that the one who prepared the paper, he knows that, so we should not divide this number with 13. Then what do we do that? So we need to understand the concept again. So this is another important concept. All nines concept. So we'll discuss in the remainders concept. See, when nines are there, we can write it in the simplest possible form. So 9 can be written as 10 minus 1, right? 99 means that 100 minus 1, right? So which is nothing but, can I say that 10 square minus 1? 999 means that what? 10 cube 1000 minus 1. 9999 means that 10 power 4, 10,000 minus 1. So you can understand one thing from this. So when I have that 1 9, 10 power 1 minus 1. When I have that 2 9s, 10 square minus 1. When I have that 3 9s, 10 cube minus 1. When I have that 4 9s, 10 power 4 minus 1. So now this number of 9s, how many 9s we have? 99 times. First of all, you tell me the general form of this complete number. So this 9s are written how many times? 99 times. If the 9s are written 4 times, it would be taken as what? 10 power 4 minus 1. If the 9s are number of 9s is 3, then we write it as 10 cube minus 1. So these 9s are written for how many times? 99 times. So we can write this number as what? 10 power 99 minus 1. Okay. So this we need to know that. So n value is equal to what? N value is equal to 10 power 99 minus 1 divided by 13. Now we need to find out when this number 10 power 99 minus 1 divided by 13, what is the remainder we'll get. As I already mentioned that the remainders of something, what is the remainder when 2 power 40 is divided by 3? This kind of questions definitely we have to practice when you are preparing for CSAT. Because almost every year, so we have minimum 1 question related to this kind of problem. So you could see that previous year paper. So definitely we have to try to solve these questions. So there is a concept to find out the answer for this kind of model, like reminders, when you are finding out the reminder. So there are different methods, but the easiest method is, first of all, you write this number, the denominator number, totient value. Totient means that suppose if a number is there, like say 26. First of all, we need to write the totient of this number. Totient means that, how do you find out the totient? First we need to know the totient number. Totient means that first you write this number as a product of prime numbers. 26 can be written as a product of prime numbers. 13 into 2, right? Right. The totient means that totient generally represented like this. So pi value is equal to, you take this number into 1 minus 1 by this number, 1 minus 1 by this number. Likewise, how many prime numbers we have? We simply take that 1 minus those numbers. 1 minus 1 by 2 into 1 minus 1 by 3. So this is the quotient we get. So let's take another example. If you understand the totient here, we can find out the answer for this model easily. Let's say that suppose if you have the number 45. First of all, you find out the totient of this number. How do you find out this totient? Which means that first you write this number as a product of prime numbers. 45 prime numbers product means that 5 nines are product, 5 nines are 45. This 9 can be further written as what? Prime numbers product. All you need to write is just write it as a product of prime numbers. 45, 5 nines are, so 3 threes. So what is the final product we'll get? 5 into 3 square. You write anything first, anything later, no problem. So which is nothing but what? 3 square into 5. Okay. The final totient value could be written like this. You take this number 45, the number into 1 minus 1 by these values, 1 by 3 into 1 minus 1 by 5. Whatever the values we have, we need to write it, and after that you simplify that. So that is the totient value. Now we have the number 13. Okay, 13 itself is a prime number. When the number itself is a prime number, we write it like this. This number into 1 minus 1 by 13. Okay, so then what is the number we'll get? 13 into 13 1 is 13, 13 minus 1 is 12 by 13. So 13, 13 get cancelled. What is the totient? 12. So you always, when this kind of model is given, so almost all every year you have minimum one question. This year you have the 2-3 question related to this. So when we have to find out the remainder, so you always first find out the totient. Now you see that how do you find out the totient of these numbers, right? 13 value, what is the totient of 13? 12. So after getting the totient, what we had to do is, so just divide this one you can separate it, we can see it later. Only you take that first 10 power 99 divided by 13. This one we can simply subtract it later. Okay, so 1 minus. So first of all you take this part. So because you can split these numbers when the reminders concept is applying, you can split that. That is remainder of 10 power 99 divided by 13 minus remainder of 1 by 13. So what is the totient? 12 is the totient. After getting the totient, just simply divide the totient, the power of this number with the totient. Then you take the remainder. What is the remainder? 10 power 99 by 12. What is the remainder we'll get? 12 8 is 96. What is the remainder? 3. So 10 cube minus 1 divided by 13. 10 cube minus 1 is what? 1000. 1000 minus 1 means that 999. So the finally what we need to find out the value of the remainder of 999 divided by 13. 999 divided by 13 means that 13 7 is 91, 8, 13 6 is 78. What is the remainder we'll get? 11. Okay, so the answer is 11. Here the answer is 11. Okay, so we also have some more questions related to this one. So almost all 3 questions are regarding this particular concept. It's not this year. So even from 2019, if you see that every year you have minimum 1 question related to this one. Remainder, from remainder concept you will get that 2 questions. Directly this kind of problem, so every year we have it. Okay, so first of all we need to divide, we need to take this totient, and after that you divide the power with this number. Okay, so then we will get that answer. So answer is what? 11. Clear? Even the questions from the calendar is also related to this one. This year's calendars question, every year again we will get that minimum 1 question from the calendars. Even the kind of questions which are asked from the calendars is also related to the number system. The questions, the calendar questions are also not asked directly. So even for that also we need to apply this logic. Let's see those questions also. Okay, so there is one more problem. So write this problem. Each digit of a 9-digit number is 1. Each digit of a 9-digit number is 1. It is multiplied by itself. What is the sum of the digit of the resulting number? What is the sum of the resulting number? First you understand the problem. Each digit of a 9-digit number. There is a 9-digit number. This is also a number system question. So which is related to the squares, finding out the squares. In that concept, we will discuss this one. Each digit of a 9-digit number is 1. So there is a 9-digit number, 3, 6, 9-digit number. Each of the digits is what? 1 only. So which is nothing but the number is, so 9 times 1. So this is the number. It is multiplied by itself, which means that this number is again multiplied by the same number, which means that, okay, so this is 3, 6, 9. Okay. Then the question is, finally it is asked in this way: what is the sum of the digits of the resulting number? After multiplying these two numbers, we'll get a big number, right? Then we need to find out the sum of the digits of this number. Okay, this is again number system related question. So when all the digits are ones only, in a number when all the digits are ones only, 11 square value is what? 121. 111 square means that 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. So which means that first you write the numbers. So there are 3 digits. So you write the number 1, 2, 3. From there on numbers decreasing like 2, 1. Here we have that 4 digits. So which means that we need to take it in this way: 1, 2, 3, 4. From there onwards the number is gradually decreased. So if there are 5 ones, then the answer is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there onwards the number is decreasing. 4, 3, 2, 1. So likewise, how many digits we have here? Here we have that 9 digits. All the digits are ones only. A 9-digit number is multiplied with 9-digit same one. So which is nothing but what? Whole square. Then what is the final value we write? The final value we write, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. From there onwards, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we need to find out the sum of the digits. Sum of the digits means that what? 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4. Likewise, we need to add all the digits till the end. So by the way, if you observe the number carefully, so this is a complete sum from 1 to 9. So we need to add the digits like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 9. And from there onwards, plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 up to 1. If you can apply the formula of sum of the first unnatural numbers, like most probably everyone knows that sum of the first unnatural numbers is what? N into n plus 1 by 2. So this is sum of the numbers from 1 to 9 directly, right? N into n plus 1 by 2 means that what? 9 into n plus 1, 10 divided by 2. So this is 5 9s of 45. Plus this number is what? 8. N into n plus 1 is what? 9. So 2 4s are 36. Either you can add all the digits, or else we can apply the logic application of the sum of the first unnatural number. It will be very easy to get the answer, right? 1 to 9, all the numbers are in consecutive order from 1 to 9. Apply the 10 into n plus 1 by 2. So 9 into n plus 1 is 10 divided by 2. So 2 5 is the 5 into 9 is what? 45. Similarly, this is 1 into 8. So n into n plus 1 by 2, 9 divided by 2. So 2 4 is the 4 into 9 is 36. What is the total sum? 81. So answer is 81. Okay, 81 is the answer. And these things we will discuss in the classroom. Okay, so almost I will spend most of the times, because even for the previous batch also I told the same thing. That's why I spent most of the time these two topics only. This was not the new trend. This was the old trend from 2019 onwards. So you cannot just comment on UPSC. So from 2019 onwards, so the same thing, the same standard of questions we will have it. Maybe the level of questions are increasing gradually, but even then we would say that I will show you in the coming classes that how the questions are asked from the previous year papers. Even 2023, I am comparing with the previous year papers. Almost all 30 questions minimum you have from the previous year questions. That's why it is important to practice the previous year papers. All those previous year questions we will discuss in the classroom, especially number system and permutations and combination. Permutations and combinations, so most of you are saying that this is not there up to 10th class. It's not like that. It is direct application of number system. Okay, permutations and combination is also part of number system. You cannot say that this is not a 10th class syllabus, up to 10th class syllabus. It is from intermediate syllabus. Permutations and combination questions, even for the general arithmetic also we have it, because it is an application of number system, right? So let's see the another question. Right. So this is another smart question, like, so only if you know the concept, will you do it easily. So the question is, if P, Q, R and S are distinct single digit positive numbers, then what is the greatest value of P plus Q into R plus S? So you write the question, if P, Q, R and S, if P, Q, R and S are distinct means a different single digit, are distinct single digit positive numbers, then what is the greatest value of, P plus Q into R plus S? This is actually a concept of, to find out the greatest value of P plus Q into R plus S. Generally what we do is, we will take the random numbers. The question is P, Q, R and S. There are 4 numbers, 4 variables are given, P, Q, R, S. All are what? Distinct single. Distinct means that different single digit positive numbers, which means that positive numbers means that 1, 2, 3 up to 9. 1, 2, 3 up to 9. Okay. So P is one value. 1 to 9 we can take any value from P. 1 to 9 we can take any value for P, and similarly we can take it for Q, and similarly we can take it for R and S. But when you are taking the values of P, Q, R and S, all the values must be different. Okay. Likewise, we need to consider the numbers. After considering the numbers, then what would be the greatest value, the greatest possible value of P plus Q into R plus S? So you remember one thing, the concept of greatest value. Whenever you are finding out the greatest or the smallest or the maximum or minimum for a product of 2 variables or for a sum of 2 values, like when xy maximum or x plus y maximum or minimum, if anything is in that form, then you always consider that the first condition is both the values must be same. Okay. Whenever you are supposed to find out the greatest value of something, so which greatest value of product of 2 things or sum of the 2 things, or even if you are finding out the minimum of product of 2 variables or minimum value of sum of 2 variables, that happens when these 2 values are same. When x and y values are same, then it will happen. So this is a concept of arithmetic mean and geometric mean. When you apply this concept, AM is greater than GM, then we'll get this final proof, like x is equal to y, 2 variables are same, right? So by the way, so we can do it directly. So again, P plus Q into R plus S. Here we need to find out what? P plus Q into R plus S. So there again it is in the form of this complete thing. I would say that x, this complete thing is y. Then we need to find out the finally what? Xy maximum value. If I would say that P plus Q value is x and R plus S value is y, when we are multiplying, this is in the form of what? Xy maximum. So finally what we supposed to find out is xy maximum. Whenever in this kind of questions are asked, so then immediately you take that x is equal to y condition. That means that what? P plus Q is equal to R plus S. And now we can go smartly by looking at the options. See, P plus Q value and R plus S value both must be the same value. Okay, that is what the condition is, right? X is equal to y means that these 2 values must be same. Whatever the P plus Q value we have, the same value should be used for R plus S. So now you look at the options. No need to take the values. Just look at the options. P plus Q is equal to R plus S means that what? So this value and this value, let's say that this value is x, even this value would also become what? X, right? Then x into x becomes what? X square. X square means that what? It is a perfect square, which means that what? X square means that x into x means that what? It is x square. X square means that what? A perfect square, which means that our final answer would be a perfect square number. You see this option 230, 224, 225, 221. Out of these options, which is the perfect square? 225 is a perfect square. So we can take the option directly 225. No need to take the numbers as for P, Q, R, S separately. Just look at the options, then we can take the numbers. So answer is 225. Okay, and this question was directly taken from CAT 2019. CAT 2019 question this was. It was directly taken from it. So this is a very standard question. So when xy maximum or x plus y maximum or minimum values are asked. So this is a very standard questions. So that's why we had to remember this method also. Okay, so answer is 225. Let's go for the next problem. Okay, so the next one. It is not a geometry question. Most of the students thought that the questions are also asked from the geometry. It's not a geometry question. So write the question. ABCD is a square. ABCD is a square. One point on each of AB and CD. 1 point on each of AB and CD. And two different points and two distinct points on each of BC and DA are chosen. How many distinct triangles can be drawn using any 3 points as vertices out of these 6 points? Okay. First we'll understand the question. ABCD is a square. There is a square. The square is what? ABCD. The square is ABCD. 1 point on each of AB and CD. So if you choose 1 point on AB, let's say that this is the point, and CD, let's make this as another point, and two distinct points on each of BC and DE. From BC, if you take out the 2 points, so let's say that 2 points, I mark with the different color. Okay. So and also from AD, if you choose it in this way, chosen. Okay. How many different triangles can be drawn using any 3 points as vertices out of these 6 points? Vertices means that for a triangle, vertices means that we call this as the vertex. Vertex means that intersection of 2 lines. So this is vertex, this is vertex, this is vertex. Finally, what we need to find out, how many triangles, different triangles can be drawn by using any 3 points, which means that suppose if I name them as P, Q, R. See, by using these 3, we can make a by using let's say that this is RS, I can form a triangle, right? By using any 3 points, so you can also make this one as a triangle. By using any 3 points, how many triangles we can draw it? Okay, and this question is not related to geometry. This question is related to the permutations and combination. Chosen means that when the word chosen is means that so you have to select the things. Okay, so this is related to what? The question of permutations and combination. Here, again, when we are discussing the permutations and combination topic, we'll deal with this type of questions. If there are n points in a straight line, n points on a plane, then how many lines we can draw? How many lines we can draw? If there are n points, on a plane, then how many lines can be drawn from this n points? Where there will be a condition that no 2 points are collinear. No 2 points are collinear. First of all, we'll discuss one by one. Collinear means that, what is meant by collinear? If all the points lie on the same line, those are called collinear. Let's see that. There are some points like this. I'm drawing some lines, some points on a plane. Okay. By using these points, I draw a line. So this is 1 point, another point, another point, another point. These points are called collinear. Collinear means that all the points lie on the same line. Okay, if something is given in this way, we cannot say that all these points are collinear, because a straight line means that what? Straight line means that it passed like this, it passed like this. Okay, so which means that if all the points lie on the same line, then we would say that what? All the points are collinear points. Now to draw the number of lines from n different points where no 2 points are collinear. So why no 2 points are collinear? So which means that when no 3 points are collinear, then it forms only one straight line. No matter how many points are given, from them we can draw that only one straight line. So that's why there will be a condition no 3 points are collinear. See, generally to draw, see, suppose if you have the 3 points like this, A, B, C, how many straight lines can be formed by using these 3 points? I can draw like, see, we can take that, I can draw a straight line AB. So this is AB, I can draw that AC, I can draw that BC. How many straight lines I am drawing? By using 3 points ABC, I can draw that AB is a straight line, or AC is a straight line, BC is a straight line. We can draw that 3 straight lines. 3 points are not collinear, right? So 3. So collinear means that all must be in the same line. So 3 are not collinear. So we can draw that 3 different straight lines. So to draw a straight line, how many points we are choosing, or how many points we are selecting? 2 points, right? Selecting, so in permutations and combination topic, permutation means that arrangement, combination means that selection. When we are selecting something, then we call it as selections. Suppose if there are 3 people, from 3 people if you want to select 2 people, okay, we can select any, let's say that A, B, C are 3 people, we can select any 2 people means that what? How do we select them? So we can select AB or AC, BC. So that mathematically, by using permutations and combination, so we can write it as 3C2. Okay. Likewise, whenever we are supposed to select few things from the given number of things, then we use that NC2 or NCR. Here we are selecting, so there are how many points? N point. From n points, how many points we are selecting? Any 2 points. So the formula is NC2. Okay, so number of straight lines means that immediately you write it as NC2. And similarly, to form number of triangles, triangles means that how many points are required to draw a triangle? 3 points, and that too no 3 points are collinear. The condition is there always, NC3. Okay, so whenever points are given, so to find out the number of triangles, it's nothing but NC3. Directly what we have to apply is NC3 formula, that's it. For that you need to know the concept. So anyway, when you are doing the permutations and combination topic, we'll discuss about that. That is a part of this permutations and combination. So number of lines is NC2 and number of triangles is NC3. This question was already asked in the previous year papers. So the number of triangles is always NC3. So how many points are there here? So 2, 3, 5 plus 1. Total 6. From these 6, no 3 points are collinear, right? Can you see that any 3 points are collinear? No. So no 3 points are collinear. So then immediately number of triangles is what? Your final answer is 6C3. 6C3. So by the way, to know that what is the 6C3, so it can be written like this: 6 into 5 into 4. So 3 into 2 into 1. This we'll discuss in the classes like permutations and combination class. So anything 5C2, 6C2, how we find out those values, we'll discuss in the class. So here 6C3 means that 6 into 5 into 4, 3 into 2 into 1. 3 2s are 6, 6 get cancelled, 5 into 4 is what? 20. So answer is, so this is 20, options are not there. So these are not the right options. So 20 points. The right answer is 20. Okay. So 20 points, 20 triangles we can draw it by using the 6 points. So simply you remember only one point. Whenever you supposed to find out the number of straight lines, that is NC2. We apply the formula of NC2. Number of triangles means that what? NC3. Okay. So this kind of question was already asked in the previous year paper. Okay. So answer is 6C3. The value of 6C3 is 20. Clear? And I'll ask you a simple question which is also an important one. So you please write down the question. If there are 10 people in a party, if there are 10 people in a party, then how many total handshakes will be possible? Simple and interesting question. If there are 10 people in a party is going on, 10 people are attending in a party, then how many total handshakes are possible in that party? I think you understand the question. There are 10 people, okay? So when they make that handshakes with each other, then how many total handshakes are possible? Of course, the condition is not given, but you will take the condition as each guy can shake hand with the other guy only once. Okay, you can consider the condition. There are 10 people in a party. There is a condition. The condition is that each guy can shake hand with the other guy only once. Because if I don't give you the condition, any number of handshakes will be possible, right? If I like somebody, I will just give the handshakes any number of times. If I don't like somebody, I don't need to give the handshakes. That's why we take that condition. The condition is what? Each guy can shake hand with the other guy only once. I repeat, if there are 10 people in a party, then how many total handshakes are possible in that party? Understand the question? Think about it. 45. How? And C2. So I'll make it simple for you. Suppose if there are 5 people in a party. And you can actually think it logically. Actually, permutations and combination is maths related question. Permutations and combination is not maths related concept. It's logical related concept. You need to apply the logics. And very interesting topic. Permutations and combination is not a difficult one. It's logical based topic. Permutations and combination. So 5 people are there. Suppose if there are only 5 people. So actually you can write this 5 people, like suppose if you name them as A, B, C, D, E. Then how many handshakes are possible? You can write all the possible handshakes. A can shake hand with B, C, D, E. Right? Now B can shake hand with. So there is already a condition, right? So if a person is shaking hand with the other guy, he should not shake hand with the same time. I mean same person, you should not shake hand with the other time, right? So already A and B are shook hand with each other. So we don't need to take A again. So B now shake hand with C, D, B can shake hand with 3. So A means that 4 possibilities, for B 3 possibilities. Next C, if you take that, she can now C can shake hand with D and E. So which means that what? 2. Finally D has to shake hand with whom? E. So what is the final answer? 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 only, right? The total number of handshakes is 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. If there are 5 people, then final answer is what? 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Think logically that 5 people are there. So anyway, that the same person cannot shake hand with the same person cannot shake hand for himself, right? So handshake means that you have to shake hand with the other guy, not for yourself, right? So if 5 people are there, the final answer is what? First person has to shake hand with the remaining all people. From there onwards, one number is decreasing. So the final answer is what? 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. If there are 6 people, then answer is what? 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So similarly, if there are 10 people, then the answer is what? 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus up to 1. And 1 to 9 means that you can use the formula of sum of the first and natural numbers. And this is the application of, this is number, by using number system we can do this problem in this way. The same problem we can apply that permutations and combination. So here handshake means that what? Handshake means that, so how do a handshake is formed? 2 people. Okay, so 2 people's different hands is required to form a handshake, which means that I am selecting 2 people, right? Out of given number of people, if I select any 2 people, then a handshake is formed, right? So if there are n people, the total number of handshakes would be written as what? NC2. So if there are 10 people, 10C2, we can write that 10C2, which is nothing but what, 10 into 9 divided by 2 into 1. So which is 45. Even if you add all these values, 45. So this, by using number system concept, we will get the answer 45. There you need to find out the answer in this way. By using the application of number system, which means that without writing all these things, immediately if you apply this concept, you will get this answer. So that's why permutations and combination is an application of number system topic. It's not a new concept, it is an application of number system concept. Okay, clear? Right? Let's look at another one. Okay, this one. And almost all you have that minimum 15 questions from the permutation and combination this year. Even 22 also having the same, 22. More number of questions are asked from the permutations and combination. So write this question, but this topic is very interesting topic. So in permutations, we have that permutations of different objects, identical objects, and similarly combination different objects and identical objects. So the question is, how many different distinct 8-digit numbers can be formed by rearranging the digits of the number 11, 22, 33, 44, 11, 22, 33, 44, such that odd digits occupy odd positions and even digits occupy even positions. And a similar type of question was asked in 2022 with slightly different. So we asked this one. A similar kind of question was asked in 2022. Okay, before that, suppose 5 numbers are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or let's take that another number. So there are 6 numbers. So now I am asking a question that by using these 6 numbers 1 to 6, how many 4-digit numbers can be written? By using that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, how many 4-digit numbers can be written? Which means that what you can write that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 number, 2, 3, 4, 1. Likewise, by using all these 6 numbers, how many 4-digit numbers we can write it? Okay, how many numbers? We cannot write all these numbers, right? Yes. So generally what happens is, see at this place, at the units place, how many digits we have? 6. At this place I can use any one of these 6 numbers, right? At this place I can use that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can use any one of the digits. Okay. Now actually in permutations and combination topic, we had 2 cases. One is repetition allowed, another one is repetition is not allowed. Repetition allowed means that we can use the same digit any number of times. See here we can use that 1 to 6, right? We are using that one of the digits from 1 to 6. If the repetition is allowed, repetition allowed means that we can use the same digit any number of times. Then again you will get that 6 number of times. If the repetition is not allowed, which means that the number should not, if the condition is the number should not be repeated. Once if you used it, you should not repeat the number, same digit. Then, so I already used that one of the number. So now the possibility is what? Only 5, right? So next, again, when it comes to this portion, you already used one number. So the remaining numbers is what? 4. And if you use it already, so then you have that 3. Then final answer is what? 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 is your final answer. This is by using the number system concept. Again, what we are doing here is, you remember that how do you distinguish between an arrangement and a selection? So actually here we are arranging the numbers, right? So first I am taking that 1, 2, 3, 4, and next you can write this, you can arrange them, the same number 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You can write it as 2, 3, 4, 1. So we need to write all the arrangement of the numbers, right? So when we are arranging the numbers, then we take that NPR. Arrangement means that permutation, that is represented by NPR. How many numbers are given here? 6 numbers. Out of 6 numbers, how many numbers we are arranging? How many digits we are arranging? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 4-digit number, right? From 6-digit number, we are arranging 4-digit numbers. So then finally it will be written as 6P4. Okay. So this is an arrangement. So in this arrangement we have 2 types, that is, this is different numbers. So all the numbers are what? Different numbers. Now we have another thing, that is identical numbers. Identical numbers mean that suppose if the same number is repeated. Okay, so let me take it in the words wise, then you will understand it. If there is a word like digits, there is a word, the word is digits. How many letters are there? 6 letters. How many 6 letters word can be formed by using all the letters of the word digits? Generally, if all the letters are different, for example, here Ravi is there, word is Ravi. How many 4-letter words can be formed by using all the letters of the word Ravi? All letters are different, right? Then we write it as 4p4. Arrangement means that 4p4, or else we can write it directly 4 factorial number. But if any letter is repeated, then we will write it like this. How many letters we have? 6 letters. 6 letters, that is 6 factorial. Total number of letters factorial divided by which letter is repeated? I is repeated. Likewise, so we need to take the letters which are repeating number of times. Here I is repeated. How many times it is repeated? 2 times. So the final answer is 6 factorial divided by 2 factorial. These are called identical. Identical means that if anything is repeated. Okay. So and similarly, if you have another word like the word Pawan Kalyan is there. Okay. How many letters can be formed by using the words Pawan Kalyan? How many words can be formed by using all the letters of the word Pawan Kalyan? First of all, you take the number of letters, all the number of letters. How many letters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 factorial. So this is 11 factorial divided by. So which letters are repeated? Is it the only letter A? N is also repeated, right? We will have to consider all the letters which are repeating. So A is repeating for how many times? 4 times. So we can write it as 4 factorial into which other letter is repeating? N is repeating. N is repeating for how many times? 2 times. In the given words or in the given numbers, if any numbers are repeating, then it will be considered in this way. Now if you take this example, so what is the number? The number is 11, 22, 33, 44, which means that the numbers are repeating, right? 1 is repeating for 2 times, 2 is repeating for 2 times, 3 is repeating for 2 times, 4 is repeating for how many times? 2 times. Now what is the question? How many total arrangements can be possible, but the condition is given. So let me first of all consider this. If the condition is not given, first I will do the problem without taking the condition. So how many different 8-digit numbers can be formed by rearranging the digits of the number 11, 22, 33, 44. That's it. There is no condition at all. If the question is asked in this way, so the condition is not given, you just remove this condition. If the question is asked how many distinct 8-digit numbers can be formed by rearranging the digits of the number 11, 22, 33, 44. So here the digits are repeating, right? So first of all, we will take all the numbers, how many digits we are using, all the digits how many we are using, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 factorial divided by, so 1 is repeated for 2 times, so 2 factorial, 2 is repeated for 2 times, 2 factorial, 3 is repeated for 2 factorial, 4 is repeated for 2 times. So this is the final answer when the condition is not given. But here the condition is given. So we'll learn one by one, because there are so many applications in the permutations and combination. This comes under the identical objects. So first if you deal with the different objects, then it will be very easy. So by the way, we are taking it randomly. So once if the topic is started, you will understand it clearly. So here now we are considering the condition. What is the condition? The condition is such that odd digits occupy odd positions and even digits occupy even position. So total number of letters is what? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The total conditions are what? 8. Okay. So here suppose if this is the first digit, second one, and third, fourth, fifth position, sixth one, sixth digit, seventh digit, eighth digit. If I consider in this way, odd digits means that what? 1, 3, 5, 7. First, when conditions are given, first we will use the conditions. First we will have to apply the permutations or combination for the condition. What is the first condition? The first condition is odd digits occupy odd positions. First we'll arrange this one. Okay. So first we'll arrange this statement. Odd digits occupy odd positions. How many odd digits are there? 4 odd digits are there. Okay. So how many odd numbers are there? 1, 1, 3, 3. Okay. So now you tell me that, so only concentrate on odd digits, which means that how many places we have? 4 places. In these 4 places we have to arrange that 1, 1, 3, 3. How do we arrange them? Digits are repeating, right? So first of all we take the complete digits. How many total digits are there? 4 factorial divided by 1 is repeated for how many times? 2 times. So 2 factorial into 3 is repeated for how many times? 2 times. Okay. Next, this is the first condition. Once if the first condition is over, now we will take the next condition. Even digits occupy the even positions. Even digits occupy the even places means that, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Again, how many we have? 4. So 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Okay. So this is what 2 into 2 means that 4. So remaining one is 3 into 2 is 6. If you simplify it, 6 into 6. Answer is what? 36. The final answer is 36. The total number is 36. Okay, so the final answer is 36. And almost all from 2015 onwards only, so we have that minimum 3-4 questions. From there onwards, gradually every year, the number of questions from the permutations and combinations are increasing. So if you see it if you practice it from 2011 onwards, no question will be missed and you can answer every question except few questions, 1 or 2 questions, every question will be answered. Okay, so here we have the different things in the permutation things. First we'll deal with the fundamentals. Fundamentals means that fundamental theorem of addition and subtraction. So why we are taking into here? Why can't it be plus? That we'll discuss. So because there is a condition. So when we need to use that into, in mathematics, whenever you use the application of n, every time you need to multiply the numbers. Application of n means that plus into. Application of or means that plus. So whenever you use AND application in mathematics, mathematically n means that into, mathematically or means that plus. Whenever you use these conditions, we'll apply this one. For AND we use that into symbol, for or plus. So this is a mathematical representation of the words. Okay, right. So in this way we'll do the problem. So but by the way, so once again I repeat that you have to focus more on the number system topic and permutations and combination. So the depth of the questions are gradually increasing year by year. So we'll have to, so if you really want to qualify in this exam, definitely we have to practice from the day 1 only. And the level of questions also you have to practice in the CAT level. Sorry to say this, but this is the fact, real fact. After seeing the papers of 2023 and 22, even though it is a qualifying thing, so most of the students are unable to crack it. So you require the practice and you need to, so we should not complain on UPSC because, so UPSC simply say that, so this is part of your syllabus, we can go up to any extent. They can claim it in that way. So we cannot say that UPSC is doing injustice to us. So because already most of the, around that 12,000 people are selected, I mean already qualified in the prelims paper. So they had the numbers, so they don't want to dilute it. So next year also the question paper standard will be the same. So only thing what you need to do is need a little bit practice from the day 1 only. So even if it is non-maths, so some of you are saying that, not you, so the students, maximum students are saying that it is injustice to non-math students. Permutations and of course I agree with that. But permutations and combination number systems comes under the basic numeracy only. So even if somebody knows about this one, this case will not be there in the court and this case is easily diluted. Okay. So rather than expecting that UPSC decrease that from 33% to 22%, we better prepare this from the day 1 only. That is the only thing we can do it. What is in our hands is only the practice. Just give some time, that 1 hour every day. If you are non-math students, you need to give a little more importance. That's it. If you are math student, even for then, so even most of the math students did not qualify this paper. So so after this class, you just go through this year paper and also previous year paper, you'll understand it. But you just follow whatever it is discussed in the class and if you just follow it, so definitely you can easily qualify in this paper. Okay, any doubts? Comprehension section is also there, so Sir will deal it. I think probably he will take it in the next class, not now. So comprehension also we can use it. So most of them we can easily do it. This year luckily we have that easy questions from the comprehension section, but not the same thing in the previous year. So sometimes we will get that easy question, sometimes we may not get the easy questions. We cannot predict that from which concept or from which subject we will get the easy questions and we will get the hard questions. So that's why we have to prepare in a whole way, holistic way. Okay, what is your doubt? Use it, but you cannot directly add that up 1 to 10. So you have to add it from 1 to 9 only, because one person is reducing, right? So if you want to apply that formula, you just use that formula up to one number before that one. If 10 people are there, you use that number formula, direct formula from 1 to 9. Okay, any more doubts? What is the difficulty? I would say that if you know this, I mean, if you know the concept, I would not say that this is difficult. In fact, it's all about it's the standard of questions is different from person to person. Maybe I would say that these questions are easy. You would say that the one who do not prepare, for them it is difficult. That is the only thing. I would say that these are the regular questions which are coming in the UPSC papers. So you would say that if you practice it, even for the same paper, some of the students are getting 110 plus in this same paper. Okay, the same paper is written by different people. Some of the students are getting more than 100 marks. Some of them are not qualifying the paper. It all depends on how you take the exam. Okay, how you prepare for the exam. So I would say that, so the complete paper is moderate paper for 2023 if you practice it. If you don't practice it, obviously it is a difficult exam. That's it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.